Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. Today's show is brought to you by RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. HSV Inside Out is also brought to you by Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club Chairman Circle and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
Today marks a new beginning. We're visiting on-site with the fine folks at Village True Value Hardware, located over beside the Walgreens Center. And if you notice, you just come straight back from it, and you realize that this is a very large place. What's not evident is that the timber shed out back here that has thousands of different kinds of timber, then the warehouse out back with the solar cells, and then the part you're used to seeing, and that is the front of Village True Value. Dennis Simpson here on site with the fine folks at Village Hardware. Did you notice the hat? It is Mr. Travis. It's Mr. Matt. How you guys doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing good. Matt, you've been here since Hector was a pup. Is that what it was?
Yeah, about 28 years now.
28 years.
Nice.
You've seen some things come and go.
Yes. Yep.
Travis, what do you do here?
I do the marketing. I also do the garden center too as well. I work on the sales floor with our team as well. Create a lot of events, trying to get things going here at True Value and trying to get interactive with the community as much as possible.
I can see that. Now, Matt, you're actually the manager? Is that the...
I'm the general manager.
So if I have something I want to cuss somebody about and I think, hey, I'm looking for Matt, right?
That's me.
Be the first time, I'm sure. Tell us, for those, let's do the 5 Mile High view. The Hallmark Center, the Garden Center, the Matt Paint. Tell me the whole story.
Basically, I mean, we got everything you need. We've got, like you said, Hallmark store. We've got outdoor garden area, grills, full paint line, a full lumber yard. A lot of people don't realize we've got a lumber yard. You'd be amazed.
We'll cut some B-roll in here. We were doing some drone work a minute ago, and
exactly.
I'm like, man, the lumber shed doesn't quit. It goes on and on and on.
Right.
How many feet of lumber? I mean, what different styles or whatever?
We've got, of course, regular spruce lumber, which is for wall framing, yellow pine. We've got treated for decks. We've got plywoods. We've got sheetrock. Insulation. We can order in composite for decking.
So the moral of the story is, I don't have to go into town. Is that what I heard?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Nope.
You heard that right.
Well, and you know what? To be honest, and I'll talk to the audience here just for a second. What you don't know is that in quantity, like builders and whatever, you guys are very competitive, right? I
yes.
mean, you can compete with the big guys toe to toe, right?
Absolutely.
And so what about builders? What do you do?
Basically, I've got builders. If you want to come in, talk to me, and I'll do the takeoff for you. I mean, if you've got what you need, I'll do the quote for you. Compare them with your other competitors and stuff like that. I mean, we are pretty competitive, and better quality compared to other places too.
How many SKUs? How many different options per topic? You have tens of thousands of
Absolutely. I mean,
Yes.
store-wise, I'd say it's probably close to 15, 20,000 SKUs in the
Yeah.
store. In the lumberyard, I'd say probably a couple of thousand.
In the lumberyard alone?
I'd say.
And you
at
heard
least.
that right.
I mean, that's trim, concrete, doors and things like that we can order in. So there you
Now,
go.
I know it's not season, and we're standing in front of the barbecue grills right now, so that gives you an idea of what time it is right now. But, I mean, you've got a garden center. We were here earlier in the year, and I'm like, oh, my God, this challenge measures anything we've seen. You had every kind of plant known to man. It was beautiful.
There's a tip behind it, though. You know, we just don't support local or anything like that. We listen to. There's a difference between, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot. This True Value is a very unique store. You know, our owners really believe in customer service, and he brings it to the plate whenever, you know, we hire people. That's all it's really about. And it's like what I did this year. You know, people wanted certain things, and I made me a list, and I got with a good vendor, and he made those things happen for us.
Wow. So, but the long and the short of it is that all of the product that you have here, and you know, look, it's one thing. Everybody says buy local. Well, that sounds good. And typically, when you say buy local, you envision, okay, well, that's going to cost me another 20%. That's going to cost me a little more. Or whatever. That's not always the case, right?
No, not at all.
So, Matt, how do you say you compete there?
We compete with the quality, one thing. Service is a big thing. I mean, you go somewhere else, you may not get the service. If we sell a product, you come back into me, we're going to get you taken care of. Our vendors are great at that. I mean, if we got an issue.
I walked into a big box store. I'm a techie, but I walked into a big box store. It's been a couple of decades maybe. And the guy said, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm looking for a TV with this size and a comb filter, and it's got to have these 3 inputs, and it's got to have this put on the backside. And he just looked at me puzzled, and I said, no, the answer to your question is no. No, you can't help me.
Exactly.
I wanted to help you, but I can't. You got to have knowledgeable people.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this, and I've been in here many times just for the paint alone. You guys can mix paint to the T. It's amazing what can be done these days.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's just, from when I started, like I said, I started 28 years ago when we was doing it by hand and by book. I mean, it's amazing.
So what do they do? They measure it with some
it's called a spirometer. Pretty much, you put it the sample. We can get down to like a less than a dime size sample. Put it in the machine, and it'll match it perfectly.
So, correct. I come in and I say, I've got some wallpaper I have from 1972, and I want it to be just that color.
As long as that wallpaper size sample has one color on it, as long as it's not a mix of different colors.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
but
sure.
yes,
You're gonna get that color you want.
I can sit there and go from either a $50 size sample all the way down to less than a dime on that machine.
I know you have a contractor desk back here. Tell me more about that. What do you do?
Basically, it's anybody comes in here, homeowners, remodelers, contractors. If you come in here, basically you go back there. You don't have to wait in line up front or anything like that.
So you've got your own, and you have accounts, I'm sure.
Yes,
And,
do
and,
accounts.
and discounts to proportionally to that.
Yes. Yeah, we base our discounts on quantity you buy. Basically, is what it is. I mean,
Jeff at one time had said, and I guess you still do that, but I mean, you'll sell a house, literally.
absolutely,
Then all the wood for it, everything.
Absolutely,
Correct.
I think a lot of people in the village just don't know that.
Right. No, it's amazing. It's shocking when I get somebody come in here. We don't know. Did not realize you had a lumberyard.
Do y'all have a lumberyard? Really? And it's the whole length of the shopping center, really? Well, please go take a look at it. Why not? Because it's the whole length of the shopping center.
It is the whole length of the shopping center. And you think to yourself, maybe we should have put the lumber up front. Right. Maybe put that out front so people will know. Y'all have any 2x4s? Yeah, we got some 2x4s.
You want them treated or non-treated?
Got some yellow wood, too. Right. Out on the side here, I see a lot of UHaul stuff.
Correct.
Tell me about that, Travis.
So, yeah, we do UHaul rentals over here. You know, we can help you move. We can get you those items packed up and everything. We can help you with those reservations, too, as well, for anything you need to help move to the village or if you're going to another location.
Well, see, I'm going to look in the camera right now. I'm going to tell Randy Cantrell, who moved here shortly, these guys helped you, remember? He actually drove the truck from Dallas and dropped it off.
Oh, wow.
And he said to himself, oh, this isn't going to bother me. This is no problem. How's that knee coming, Randy? Yeah. Not so great. Yeah. How many more moves you got in you? You know, it's funny, and you think about that as time goes. You go, oh, I'll just move all that myself. Man. That's
a lot of work.
That's a lot of doing. That's a lot of doing. Tell me about the Hallmark Center, Travis. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm going to ask you about the Hallmark Center, or whoever wants to. Yeah.
Basically, I mean, it's got like Hallmark gifts, cards. We seasonal right now. It's in spring and fall, or spring and summer. We're working on getting this fall stuff back in.
It's in a transition.
Basically, it's kind of in transition. As you can see, we got Halloween stuff out already. But basically, anything you need, flags for your mailboxes or on your post or anything like that.
Well, I always think, and forgive me, I didn't interrupt you, but I always think when we go into a hardware store, that's a man's domain. That's where men hang out. We're going to go in here and get some parts and stuff. Yeah, you know that kind of
right.
But this, it's what, an eighth of the store, maybe a little bit more, maybe a sixth. It's wonderful. I can go look all day long. I'm looking at garden hoses and sump pumps, and Diane's over here going, "Oh, look, this is a great flag. This will work wonderful, right?"
Perfect gifts.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And that's why Jeff and Lisa thought, "Hey, let's get a Hallmark store in here. That way, you take care of the men, and let's get the women in here and let them do their shopping."
Let's see. 52% of the population can go over there and shop.
Correct.
So you get other people to come in too. I got it. And Matt, 28 years.
Yes.
Oddest thing you've sold. Put you on the spot.
Wow. Really hard to say what the oddest thing is. I'd say probably the weirdest thing I've been asked for is, I don't even know if I can really say it.
You can describe it in general.
Let's say it's just a medical device. Somebody asked us if we could come in
Oh, I
and order
remember
it.
that story.
Or they came in here and Ashley came in here and says, "Can you tell me what this is?"
Correct. I think we all can
And we was
pinpoint.
all sit and look at it, and one of our employees sit there and said, his wife's a nurse, and says, "I know what that is.
Right,
You don't
correct.
want to touch it."
And you don't want one. We're not going to get one for you.
No.
We're not gonna
We asked her, said, "Where'd you find this?" She goes, "Well, I just found it on the side of the road." And I'm thinking, and you wanted to pick it up because you didn't want
And you came here to ask us? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, you just be amazed at what people come in here and asking for. I mean,
We're a
like
store
I tell
that has
them,
everything.
like I tell them. I mean, we're like a barbershop in the area. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like people come in here, they can sit and talk to us all the time.
Yeah.
Don't
They're
even have to
more-
buy anything. They just come in and talk.
They're more than customers.
And-
They're like our family.
Yeah.
Well, and part of the deal, look, is that not lost? And I don't mean that wrong. And I'm not out to just bash big box stores. But, the guy I need to talk to that really knows plumbing, he left at 5 o'clock. Now, when they had him, he was a former plumber, and he knew all the stuff, and he knew the answers, and this was the back of his hand. But it's 7:30. Thank God they stay open, right over there. But it doesn't do me any good because I can't distill what I'm looking for. And I'm looking right here as we speak. I know this is the seasonal area. We'll have Halloween here in a few weeks, right?
Correct.
But I'm seeing bird feeders. I'm seeing hummingbird feeders. I'm seeing all kinds of stuff just for all year round, right?
Correct.
Yep. And it's like I've told these guys to help the people. There's not been a time that I've not been able to get on the phone and get a hold of a plumber or electrician that I've got that we deal business with. That I've had to ask a question for a customer and
Right.
say, what can we do?
not
And
just
that's
that, but-
where the relationships is for a small
You've seen
town.
the product. You may not have one in your hand, but you know what the part is, and you can call a professional and go, "Hey, where does this go and where does this plug in?"
Right. And they have no problem telling me, say, look, hey, if they want to get them in here to fix it, then they will, or customer can get with them. But most of the time they'll tell me, hey, this is what they need to do with it, this is what they need, and they don't have a problem.
Right there.
They don't have a problem at all telling me at all.
Well,
Anything over the
I
phone.
think the bottom line is we know the place to come. Village Hardware. You've seen the video. You've seen the intercuts as we yak and yammer with the talking heads here. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for coming to us from Hot Springs Village, Inside Out, and Village Hardware. For Travis, for Matt, who's still old. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.